Welcome into the SharpSports Live Friday YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. Thanks for joining me. The Denver Broncos await their next opponent Sunday in Denver, Mile High. Their second consecutive NFC East opponent with the Dallas Cowboys coming to town. First time that Dallas has been in Denver in a little while. And certainly a lot to look forward to, a lot to dig into. It's been a good week for the Broncos after their dramatic come-from-behind win over the New York Giants. But the Dallas Cowboys present a much different problem than the Giants do. Dallas Cowboys are a potent offense this season. Granted, their defense is not great, but their offense is the real deal. And it gives me pause as I think the Denver defense, while it's been stellar this year, has not been getting a lot of takeaways, I should say, and has been a little bit suspect in certain quarters. Certain players have been rough for the Denver defense. Think back to the Colts game where Jonathan Taylor had a good game, and so did Daniel Jones. I'm a little nervous about this game for the sense that I still don't really understand why the Broncos and specifically in the first half have such a disastrous first half offensive performances. I even submitted the same question to a football podcast that I really like, Peacock and Williamson. I'll put the link in the description. Go check it out yourself. And I asked two guys one who covers the Niners, others covers the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they talk about the league 5 days a week. And I asked them point blank why they thought that the Denver Broncos offense was so pitiful in the first half. And I basically stumped them. They didn't really have a good answer. My answer would be that Sean Payton is too committed to his game plan, too committed to his Cheesecake Factory menu, and that Bo Nix, although once he gets in the game, does pretty well, takes a while to get going, unfortunately. Partially because I think the head coach is overloading him, partially because the Broncos, essentially with Sean Payton, refused to establish the run to give them any sort of balance. Granted, they did run the ball better in the second half against the Giants, but it does create a hole for the Broncos offensively that they are able to dig out of some, but I have a feeling / worry that we're going to see a lot of the same, unfortunately, for the Denver Broncos against not a good Dallas defense. Don't hear me wrong. The Dallas defense is not good, but the Dallas defense situationally can be good enough to play against this Broncos offense that has yet to put together really a cohesive quarter to quarter, four quarters, of good football. And so I'm a little nervous about that going into this game. The other part of it is I think that hasn't been discussed much about that I've heard of, is this could easily be the Javonte Williams revenge game. Javonte Williams spent his first couple years here in Denver and basically admitted in media interviews this week that it was a mutual parting of the ways, which is fine. He's a good player, not a great player, but he's playing very good for the Dallas Cowboys, and I would expect Javonte to be fully engaged and fired up to take it to his former team against the Denver Broncos, and certainly seeing as he's practiced against most of the players on this defense, nothing will come as a surprise to him. So if the Dallas Cowboys are able to run the ball with Javonte, combined with their excellent passing game with Dak Prescott, it's going to present a lot of problems for the Denver Broncos on defense, despite this defense being very good, getting a little bit of a boost as Jonah Ellis practices for the second straight day. So another linebacker to help stop this Cowboys potent offense. But the Cowboys offense is no joke. They are super good. Dak Prescott is having an outstanding season. He's currently third in the entire league in touchdown passes, only behind Justin Herbert, who actually just played recently last night, and Matthew Stafford. Dak is 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, basically completing the ball at a 71% clip, and he's playing outstanding. Honestly, I didn't think that he would be playing quite this good at his age, given his career. But Dak has really been a revelation for the Cowboys this year. For those who don't know and probably don't know, I actually saw Dak Prescott play in college. It was one of the first, I think, if not the first, game that I ever went to at LSU. I was in southern Louisiana with Tyler, my boy Tyler Anthony. Shout out to Tyler. And we went to Mississippi State at LSU, in which Dak Prescott absolutely tore up the LSU defense. And this was an LSU defense that was not quite as good as their championship years, but was still a very good defense. And Dak Prescott absolutely went up and down the field at Mississippi State and actually won that game. This is way back in 2014. So I've been watching Dak Prescott for since he was in college, live. I never thought he would be this. For those who don't know as well, Dak Prescott did, in fact, do some workouts for the Denver Broncos, who did consider drafting him in later rounds. But the Denver Broncos instead went in a different direction, trading up for disaster Paxton Lynch, who is now out of the league, and Dak Prescott fell to the fourth round, where the Dallas Cowboys selected him, and you could say that Dallas definitely got the better end of that deal, as the Broncos' first-round quarterback was a complete bust, and Dak is playing still for the Cowboys at an elite level. Saying all that, the Dallas Cowboys are overall having a 9-4 record. The Denver Broncos, I should say, have a 9-4 record versus the Cowboys all time, including a victory way back before my time in the Super Bowl in 1977. But the Denver Broncos have beaten the Cowboys a lot. They've actually the last time the Denver Broncos lost to the Dallas Cowboys was way back in 95 during the absolute height of the Cowboys dynasty. And the Denver Broncos have won, whether it's here in Denver or in Dallas. The Denver Broncos have won 7 matchups with the Cowboys, including a pretty dominant, thorough beating in 2021, 4 years ago, 30-16. And that was in Dallas. Denver Broncos went ahead and won that game. That all being said, it comes down to simple math. And I did a little math myself this morning. And basically, Denver's offensive average production, even with the insane production in the fourth quarter of the Giants game, don't get that mistaken. The Broncos' offense was horrendous in the first half. Denver's average offensive points this season is sitting right at about 23.2 points per game. Cowboys' average offensive points is 31.7. It's simple math. I think the Denver Broncos, unfortunately, continue with their offensive struggles, which means that they really have not put together a complete, other than the Cincinnati game, which hardly counts because the Cowboys are still better on defense than the Bengals. I don't see this. I know that the Denver Broncos are favored at home, as they probably should be. But I'm going to go against I'm going to change my original prediction. I had the Broncos winning this game at home to start the year, but I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Denver offense. They've got to show it to me. We've been talking about the Denver offense getting off the slow starts with, in my opinion, poor game plans and indecisiveness in the first half, and unfortunately, I believe that continues against the Dallas Cowboys. And the Denver Broncos are going to dig themselves into a hole, because Dallas will put up, don't be mistaken, Dallas will put up points, even against a good Denver defense. They are set up to score at will. They've dropped 40 multiple times this season. So I predict I'm just going to go with the average, basically. Should be a 31-24 victory for the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be happy to be wrong. But I don't see the Denver Bronco offense, and Bo Nix has to show something more than what they did in the first half against the Giants, against the first half against the Eagles, and some of the other poor showings that this offense has had in first halves and games. Unfortunately, it brings me no joy to say this, but I think the offensive struggles continue on Sunday. Anyways, my name is Andrew Sharp, SharpSports 82 YouTube Live today. And unfortunately, the Denver Broncos lose this one at home to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys come away with a win in Denver for the first time since the middle 90s. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll be back on Monday to react to the game. Thanks a lot.